Mia. I show you what my life is like. All opinion, people, and ideas are welcome as long as we communicate to each other in a kind and respectful way on the channel. In today's live stream, this is about trivia. A few of you guys, as the supporters, said that you missed trivia. The first time we ever did this was when I was home. So now we're going to do it once again. I live stream for the remainder of 2025 on Mondays at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Fridays 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Saturday and Sundays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to you if you are a returning supporter. Really appreciate your continued support. If you're a new viewer here, I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. I got fashion videos, education videos, technology, manicure, hair, travel, education, and a lot more. If you have a question for me, feel free to type it in the chat, a comment, want to get my opinion on something, feel free to write it down. But as I said earlier, this live stream is solely dedicated to trivia, right? So I'll be asking you guys some trivia questions, and if you want to answer it, you can answer it. This was requested by some of the supporters. Okay. All right, so I guess we can, let's see. 1 minute. Trivia questions. We'll start out with some general questions, and then as we move on to other questions, right? If you guys want to discuss or get questions on a particular topic, we can do that, right? So yeah, let's see what's happening. I have a list of questions. I have really easy questions. Like, it's so easy, it's almost ridiculous to ask it to y'all. But yeah, we'll start off easy then for the trivia. We'll do a poll, right? So trivia. Okay, let's get the answers. This is very easy. This question is so easy, it's almost funny. All right. Do apologize for that. We do have some technical difficulties happening. YouTube likes to log me out. I did update my phone and I thought that would fix the issue, but alas, it did not. And we got a pimple in the middle of my forehead and I don't like it. But welcome to the live stream. Welcome, welcome, 7933. What's my favorite animal? I guess a horse, I would have to say. How are you doing today? Glad you could be here. This live stream is all about trivia, so I'm writing out the question now, and then you guys can answer via poll. We're going to start off with something ridiculously easy, right? So this one's going to be so easy. I hope everyone gets it right? If you don't get it right, I think you probably just was, like, joking, but if you actually did try your best, right, and get this question wrong, definitely go back and pay attention to your schooling. All right. I don't want to make the options too much. So, first trivia question. What planet do we live on, guys? What planet do you think we live on? This is our first trivia question. Okay, what are we saying? Glad you're doing okay today, 7933. What's your favorite? Guys, don't put the answer in the chat. Vote in the poll after I'll tell you guys what the correct answer is. But glad you know the answer. Glad you know the answer, okay? Okay. No, you're all good. You're all good. So I have a poll happening, so we're having trivia. If you guys want to answer the question in trivia, feel free to vote in the poll, and then after we can write it in the chat, right? But shout out to 7933. Shout out to Jeremy. Y'all know the answer. Right now, I just have a list of general trivia questions, right? If you guys want more, okay, harder questions, all right. If you want, like, a specific topic, let me know, right? And then we could do that. Okay, so you want a harder one. So I'll do a harder one for y'all. Hey V, glad you could be here. Glad you could be here. So let's do another trivia question. Let me try and do a harder one. It's not totally ridiculous, but I guess not a lot of people will know what society says the answer is, right? Okay, so let me do another poll. Okay. All right, so our next question, our next trivia question, according to society, out of all the options provided, which one do you think is known as man's best friend? Hey, Evan, glad you could be here. How are you doing today? Hey, V. Hey, everybody. Glad you could be here. Yeah, we got an easy question to warm everybody up. So shout out to everybody. You knew that you know that we're on planet Earth. Really, really great of y'all. That's awesome. So what animal do you think is man's best friend? Is it dogs, cats, or horses, guys? I'm doing good today, V. How are you doing? Do I put the answer in the chat? You can vote. We have the poll, so you can vote in the poll just in case like you get the answer wrong, you don't feel iffy about it, right? So you can vote in the poll, and then after, towards the end, I'll tell you guys what the answer is. And if you want trivia questions on a specific topic, right? If you want it a little harder or easier, ask me, and I can find some questions like that for y'all. But right now, I just have a list of like general trivia questions from the internet that I found that we're going off of. Okay, V said dogs, of course. Okay, and people in the poll, we got 13 votes, and all 13 people said dogs. Congratulations. You guys are correct, right? You guys are correct. So you got it right. Everyone got that one right. So let me read some of these comments before I do another trivia poll for y'all. Okay. Everyone better know the answers. Dogs. Hey, E7, Z. And just as a disclaimer, right off the bat, I'm not really partaking in trivia where y'all can ask me questions. I'm the one asking the questions. Maybe the more we go on with the live stream, perhaps I'll let you guys ask me questions. But the reason why I'm not answering any trivia questions that may be directed to Uniquely Mia is because I go through a lot of anxiety taking exams at school where I already have to answer questions like that normally on a daily basis. So I don't want any triggering on the spot quiz questions for Uniquely Mia right now. So that's why I do not partake in trivia myself where I answer questions often, but it's fun to ask y'all the questions. So we'll continue with me asking y'all the questions. All right. Do you guys want a different topic? Okay, do you want to stay in the animal topic, or do you want to move on to like food or fun and entertainment? Let me know. What are you guys thinking? Do Q&A next live stream. I did do a Q&A, V. Did you watch those videos? If you have any additional questions that you would like to ask, that you want to get to know Uniquely Mia, like that you want to ask me, I recommend leaving a comment, because I really liked when I did the official Q&A video with my mom. We answered a lot of your questions, and that was really fun. So on the live streams, as always, if you guys ask me a question, I'll definitely answer it for y'all. However, V, I will direct you to go watching that Q&A video that I filmed with Queen Mother. And if you have any other questions that you want me to clarify on, or any new questions you want to ask me, just write those questions as a comment, and I'll film like a full-length traditional YouTube video for you as a full-length traditional Q&A video, all right? But glad you could be here, 6664. Okay. Okay, food. Okay, V wants food. That's the first one that I see. So let me make another poll. So another trivia, and then we're gonna do food. I don't want to make it too easy. Oh, this one's good. I feel like not a lot of people know this, right? I feel like that's more so of a Western ideal, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Okay, let's do this one. I'm gonna have to get some hard questions for you. I'm looking at these questions, they're really easy. Right, but let me, okay, 15, all right. Oops. What's the next one what's the next, I don't know. All right, okay. So vote. I'm gonna get some harder questions for you guys. I'm gonna get some harder questions. So vote in the poll. Put in your answers. So what spread is made from peanuts? Peanut butter, Nutella, or grape jelly? What are you guys thinking with that one? Okay, Jeremy, you want entertainment. Okay, we'll go entertainment next. Okay, music. Okay. You're furry? What's a furry? Jeremy said everyone in the comment thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. 100%. Do consider joining the Unique Lumia community and liking the video and subscribing. Y'all are welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. I have fashion, education, and a lot more on the channel. Okay, so after this, we'll go to entertainment, and then we'll go to music, and then I'll give you some harder ones. Okay. Reborn said, you spoke to me. That's a like. Impress me one more time. A subscription to your channel. Okay. What are we saying? Okay, somebody said peanut butter. Hey, Cats and Pokemon, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Hey, Claudia, how's everything going with you? So we're going to end the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This one divided some people. I don't know if you guys just intentionally did that or not, but this one definitely divided some people. So it's actually peanut butter is the correct answer. The most common spread that's made with peanuts is peanut butter. Nutella is like, I know Nutella is probably something to like give you guys a curveball with, because Nutella has emerged as like the new type of peanut butter, but Nutella is more often chocolate, right? Not peanuts. And then grape jelly, I mean, guys, peanuts and grapes, they're like different things. So yeah, but thank you. Shout out to everyone who put an answer in the vote, in the poll. That was great. So now we're gonna go on to fun and entertainment, all right? Because this was requested, I believe, by Jeremy for the fun and entertainment. We're having trivia today on Unique Lumia's live stream. So if you guys want to stick around and answer some questions, if there's a specific topic you would like me to ask you questions on, feel free to do so. But let's see. Okay. I don't want to choose something that's like too specific to Western culture, so we're not going to go with that one. Let's go with this one. I feel like a lot of people should know this one. This one's fun. Okay. No, you know what? I'm gonna give you guys a curveball for this one. I'll make one up. Okay. You guys might not know that one though. Sorry guys, I'm trying to make something up. Okay. No, I'll just give you the regular one. They said I have to think out the question. Okay. Oh snap, the word count with it's too long, guys. It's too long. You know what? I'll just put the answer for this one and I'll ask you the question. Okay. And then let's do Catwoman as an option. Okay, so I'm gonna verbally ask y'all the question for this one. So, trivia question. Which superhero has a cape and mostly resides or operates in Gotham City, for all like the Marvel and DC fans out there? Is it Superman, Batman, or Catwoman? Which superhero has like a official uniform, has a cape, but mostly operates in Gotham City? Right? Hey Jake, hey Love Positive, hey Amid, glad you could be here. Hey 444, you love this? Okay, nice, glad you're enjoying it, Jeremy. Hey Clinton. So I'll repeat the question for y'all. Which superhero has like the official superhero uniform, has a cape, but mostly resides in Gotham City? Is it Superman, is it Batman, or is it Catwoman? I don't know if I snore, Anthony. Okay, we'll go to music next. For everyone who just joined, right now we are in a trivia live stream. So it's all about trivia. I'm asking y'all some questions. If you guys want me to ask you questions on a specific topic, just leave it in the chat and I'll be more than happy to answer it. Somebody said Nutella is hazelnut, but who didn't know the answer is peanut butter? I did not know Nutella was hazelnut. I thought it was chocolate mostly. Well, hey, you learn something new every day. Very nice, very nice. Okay, Clinton said Nutella should be considered chocolate. Okay, so I wasn't totally off the mark then. Kat said, can you say the answer out loud? And we put the answer in the chat to see who answers first. Yeah, I'll say the answer out loud, Cats, after I end the poll. Yeah. Okay, a lot of people put it. Okay, so a lot of people spam the chat, so we'll end the poll now. So shout out to everyone who said Batman. The correct answer was Batman. That was pretty easy. Okay. Oh. Okay, that was easy. Very nice, very nice. Hey, Billa, how are you doing today? Drake said it technically could be Catwoman, though, right? No, she doesn't have a cape. She doesn't have a cape, but she is in Gotham City. So, yeah, if you were, like, a DC fan, that could have definitely, like, what is it? Thrown you out for a loop. I'm with all the new phrases today for some reason, right? But that could have definitely like been a curveball answer, Catwoman, but she doesn't have a cape. Yeah. Okay. All right. Easy money. All right. You've been watching her for so long. She's so cool. Thank you so much for your kind words, Jeremy. All right, Superman. No, Superman isn't in Gotham City though. Isn't he like in Sterling or whatever city? He's not in Gotham City though. Superman, Batman's predominantly in Gotham City. So now I'm gonna get some music related trivia questions for V because she requested that. And then we'll move on to the harder trivia questions. Gotta find some on the internet in a minute. Okay, what are we saying? Kat said, sorry, can you read the question out loud? And we put the answer in the chat and see who comments the right answer first. Oh, yeah, I mean, I could do that too, but like, I don't want to make it as a competition. So, but yeah, we could do that for a few questions. We could do that when it gets to, well, yeah, I guess we could do that for the easier questions. And when we get to the harder questions, I'll use the poll, but yeah, okay. I guess so. This is, 1 minute. 1 second. Okay, that's a little outdated. Is it? I don't know. But anyway, I guess a quick answer for y'all. Which artist is known as the Queen of Pop? All right, so I guess this one should be easy, but I'm surprised by the answer, so it may not. So if y'all want to spam the chat, which artist is known as the Queen of Pop? What do you guys think? That's the thing with allowing you guys to like spam the chat. No options are provided. Okay, Cats, you got that one right. It is Madonna. Okay. So Cats got it first. Okay, cool. Janet Jackson, no, that's not it. Love Positive. What else do we have? Okay. Let's move on to something else. Okay, let's go back and see what other questions we have. Let's go to some of the harder ones. Okay, I give you harder questions. Let's see. Y'all won't know that one. Okay. Okay, somebody said, Clinton said, oh, okay. Drake said, yeah, I think it's better. We just see who answers first. Taylor Swift, no, that's not it. All right, the answer was Madonna. So the next one, what's the longest river in the world? What is the longest river in the world, guys? What do you think the longest river in the world is? Yeah, that's the thing about it. I don't want you guys Googling it. So, yeah, that's the thing, too. The Nile. Okay, you got it right, Cats. Very nice. Very nice. That's cool. Okay, very nice. What else we got? Mississippi. No, it's not the Mississippi River. No, it's not the Mississippi River. It's the Nile in Egypt. What else we got? Would y'all know this? I don't even think I know this one. What? Do I think I know this one? Now I can't even ask the question because I feel like I know the answer and I just messed myself up. So I'm not gonna ask you that question. Okay, what other question we got? Oh, which wall fell in 1989? Which wall fell in 1989, guys? Do you guys know which wall fell down in 1989? Some history trivia for us. What else we got? Hey, how are you doing? 3018, glad you could be here. Yes, we are going through some trivia questions right now. Okay, the Berlin Wall. Okay, Cats, you were quick with it. Okay. So history seems like your strong suit. All right. So let's move into science a little bit. All right, Berlin Wall. Okay, a lot of people got that one. Shout out to Cat. Shout out to Reborn 1074. Love Positive. You guys got that one. I feel like I should have known this. And that's the thing. Some of these questions, I feel like they're very... Well, no, I can't even say it's very subjective to American education because the Berlin Wall is outside the United States, and I know about that. So, yeah, I don't know. But some questions I feel like are subjective, particularly like the pop ones, entertainment ones. If you've never watched those shows, obviously you won't know the answer, right? But at least the history one and the scientific ones, I feel like those are pretty neutral for the most part. Okay. Thanks, that's a subscription. All right. Okay, thank you so much for subscribing and joining the community. Hopefully you enjoy the content you see, right? Stop texting me. Somebody's texting me, guys. What do we have happening? Okay, the next question. What gas do planets absorb during photosynthesis? Do you know this one? Which gas do planets absorb during photosynthesis? Did y'all pay attention in your science classes? Right? What? You guys, and no Googling. And this is why I might bring back the poll, because I feel like with this might be Googling. Like, at least with the poll, you guys could guess. I'm gonna bring the poll back in. Oh, not planets, plants, yeah. But, yeah, I'm gonna bring the poll back in. At least for the answers, because yeah, at least I like the answers, the option for you guys to choose, because it at least allows people who want to participate, you can choose something, right? But carbon dioxide, okay, nice. Shout out to Jeremy. But it was oh my gosh, sorry guys, 1 second. But shout out to the individuals who got that one right. Okay, shout out to y'all. It was great. So which one we got next? Science questions. Do you guys like science questions or no? All right, let's do 13. What's the answer for 13? Okay, you guys, I feel like you should know this one. What part of an atom has a positive charge? What part of an atom has a positive charge, guys? Okay, a lot of y'all got carbon dioxide. Okay, nice. Is this one where I need to bring an option for a poll? This is more so of a science one. Let me know. Okay, Claudia, we got one answer. Okay, nice. All right. What are the options we have? No, guess. It's okay. It's okay. You can guess. This is probably one where I should have bought some options in there. No, she didn't get it. It's not right. No. What part of an atom has a positive charge? Let me make a poll really quickly for this one. Okay, make a poll. Maybe this one will help. Okay. Oops. One minute. Okay. Okay. And then let's get another one. We got an electron. All right. Okay. What do you guys think about this one? What part of an atom has a positive charge? Do you think it's a proton, a neutron, or an electron? This is one of those like science class questions that like we all learned about in elementary school, but we may not remember the answer to. What are we thinking? Okay, the poll definitely helped. Okay, this poll definitely helped. Shout out to y'all, the proton. Yeah, so the answer is a proton. That's a positive charge. So very nice, very nice. How does the poll stop people from Googling? I don't really think the poll stops people from Googling. I think the poll just more so causes people to put in an answer quickly because there's not really time for their brain to wander. Like you see something on the screen and it just makes you like it just wants them to like type, right? And similar to how like we were stagnant, right, with the answer in the previous question, nobody had anything to write in the chat. I think the poll just makes it more accessible for people to participate. Even if they're going to get it wrong, they can at least choose something. So yeah. So shout out to y'all. You got it. You got it. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, Love Positive got it in the chat. Okay, nice. Drake got it. Okay, V got it. Very nice. What are we saying? Drake said also leave the poll up for like 5 seconds. Okay, to keep you from Googling. Good answer. Okay, so yeah, I'll do that then. I'll do that. But yeah, I feel like I'll use the poll predominantly for those hard questions where the chat is like response are coming in really quickly. All right, what are we saying? Okay, Drake said it stops if she takes it down within 5 seconds. All right, what else we got? Number 14. Will you guys know this answer? Is this a hard one or does this look like an easy one? This one's not too bad. All right, what force keeps planets in orbit around the sun? What do you guys think? What force keeps planets in orbit around the sun? Okay, Drake, shout out to you. Got this one. Gravity, all right? Gravity. Nice. Cat's got this one. Magnetic field. Is that a form of gravity? I don't know. Wait. I don't know. That could be a different name, but a lot of people got it. You're done. Okay, what else we got? Do we got a question where Comet Reborn said, we're just having fun, not like we're playing for money, so no need to cheat. Okay, what else we got? Let's move on to science. We might come back to science later. Who wrote Romeo and Juliet? Like, I don't know if the education system is like outside of the United States, right? But I feel like these are one of those questions. This could be a subjective response. Like, only people from a certain area might know. Shout out to Cat Shakespeare. Okay, you got that one. Very nice, very nice. You got it? Okay, Claudia, you got it? All right, nice. Okay. Have no clue. Shakespeare. William Shakespeare got that one. 1 minute, guys. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Okay. What's the highest? No, nobody's gonna know that one. But will you guys know this one? Let me see. 17. Yeah, that's subjective. Not everyone's gonna know that one. Okay. Which artist is known as the king of pop, right? Which artist is known as the king of pop? Stop. Which artist is known as the king of pop, guys? Michael Jackson. Okay. Drake got it. Claudia got it. Reborn got it. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Love Positive got that one. Cat's got that one. Very nice. Very nice. We need some more questions. Wait, no, we got some more at the bottom. So let's see what we got. Okay, we answered that one. You're not going to know that one. I feel like the history and science ones were kind of fun, so I'll get some more. Let me look for some more. Okay, what we got? All right. Okay, this one. Who was the longest reigning British monarch before Queen Elizabeth II? Well, y'all know this one. You could. Who was the longest? I feel like this one's a poll. Let me give some answers for this one. Let me give you some options for this one. Let me write some options for this one. Some British history, I guess. First, and then a random guy. How many? I don't know all the British monarch people. Okay, that person was a real person. Okay. Okay. All right. What do you guys think the answer is? King Arthur was real? I didn't know he was real. Let me actually Google if King Arthur was real. If he was, that's felt some interest in lore. Let me see. I don't know. But let's see. Who was the longest British monarch before Queen Elizabeth II? Do you think it was Queen Victoria, Queen Elizabeth I, or King William? Okay. Who is that, Drake? Okay, I'm learning about some English monarchs. I didn't even know half of these English monarch names. I have to do some more research. All right. Let's see. We got King James. Okay, do you know King James? All right. Hey, Raphael, glad you could be here. Okay, do you know Queen Elizabeth, the first one? Okay, cool. Okay. Somebody got Victoria in there. Okay. Let's end the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. According to this thing that, end the poll. According to the question and the answer, they said Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria was the longest reigning British monarch before Queen Elizabeth II. So yeah, that's what that thing said. I feel like history questions a little, let's see. Well, I guess this one's an interesting one. This one could be an interesting one. Not a lot of people may know this one. I feel like for the history questions, let's bring the polls in and see. Just because, like, countries. Well, I guess let me ask it first without the poll. Spam the chat what you think the answer is for this one. Which country gifted the Statue of Liberty to the United States? Which country gifted the Statue of Liberty to the United States? Just spam some questions in the chat. Okay, France, you got it, Cats. Okay, France, Love Positive, got that one, France, okay. Raphael said they're chilling. Okay, very nice. What else we got? What war was fought between the North and South regions of the United States? If y'all don't know this answer, nothing wrong with that, but it's always good to brush up on, like, the answer for that one. So which war was fought between the North and South regions of the United States? Yup, the Civil War. What in the world? Utah? What? Okay. Hey, serious. Love Fozzie, you got that one. It's the Civil War, right? The American Civil War. That was the war that was fought between the North and Southern states, right? War isn't good, but in my opinion, that was definitely monumental and one of the most important wars that occurred on American soil. Why? Because Southern states wanted to retain slavery and keep their conservative ways, whereas Northern states were like, no, we're not doing this anymore. We understand slavery's over with, but we want, like, African people not to be enslaved anymore. So that war was essentially fought. And after the war, it didn't make everything perfect, right? But it did show some strides and advancements were occurring in American history, right? So that is a war that I feel like was somewhat justified, right? I'll get behind that war. So yeah, what else we got? What else we're saying in the chat? Ooh, I locked it on my computer. All right. Let me see what you guys were saying in the chat, though. Hey, Syria, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Yes, I'm doing good today. You're ninja watching from work. All right. Have a great day at work. Hopefully your day's going well. Don't get in trouble. Keep on persevering. Stay positive. I don't know what time your job ends, right? But most people in America, it's 5 p.m. But I do know you're, like, a little behind in my time zone. But keep on persevering, right? Glad you could be here while you're at work. Hey, how are you doing, Mitchell? Glad you could be here. You heard that wrong, Kat. Sorry about that. Okay. I can't rap, V. I can't rap. Oh, you want rap trivia next. Okay. All right, so let me find some rap questions. Let's see. So we're gonna move on to some rap, and if there's any type of trivia that topics or themes that you would like me to ask you questions on, just write in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to find some questions related to that, right? So we're gonna move on to hip hop and rap, and then we're gonna go back to the science and the history. I feel like that's a little fun, the science and history. I'll ask some criminal justice questions a little bit, just to see if y'all have been watching the Uniquely Me education videos, right? And when I ask criminal justice questions, if y'all get any wrong, it's okay. just make sure that you guys can always go to my YouTube homepage, click playlist, and watch my education, criminal justice videos, right? But before then, let's do rap and hip hop. So the first rap and hip hop question, who is the first solo female rapper to win a Grammy? Well, y'all know, I feel like we need a poll for this one. Who was the first solo female rapper to win a Grammy? Let me make a poll, but you guys can spam the chat. I mean, you can spam the chat if you want. Do you want a poll? Okay, okay, we got some answers coming in. It's not Nicki Minaj, I can say that. Okay. Who is the first solo female rapper to win a Grammy? Okay, yes, Cats, you got it. It's Lauryn Hill. Yup, it's Lauryn Hill. It's Lauryn Hill for that one. Hey, Lana, glad you could be here. Okay. You're out. All right, Reborn. It was a pleasure having you on. Hopefully I see you in the next live stream or the comment section of my Fully Nutritional YouTube video or YouTube short. Have a great rest of your day. But answer, choice, and poll, please. Okay. For the next one, let's see. What else we got? Yeah, we need more rap questions. Well, oh, we could do this one. Let's do a poll. This might be a difficult one for some people, so let's do a poll for this one. Oops, spelled the person's name wrong. Okay. All right. So for this question, which rapper's real name is Sean Carter? I didn't pull that one. All right. So I feel like I'm laughing because I feel like some people might know the answer and I probably didn't need a poll. But which rapper's real name is Sean Carter? I feel like my mom would know this one. I don't know. Is it Jay-Z, Drake, or Eminem? Okay, Cats, you got it in the chat. Jay-Z is correct. And the people in the poll, 50% of y'all got it right as well. The answer is Jay-Z. Shout out to y'all. But it was divided. Some people thought it was Eminem. I don't even know what Eminem's real name is. If that's his real name, I don't know. Drake, I don't know if that's his real name or not. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. The network speaks for themselves, right? Anyway, let's move on. Drake said, yeah, everyone knows that one. Yeah, I did the poll after that. I was laughing because I'm like, oh, I feel like most people would know this one. All right. What else we got? What else we got? Let me get some more rap and hip hop questions. Okay. I'm looking for some more, V. I'm looking for some more. That one's easy. Let's not ask an easy one. Y'all want hard questions? I'll give you the hard ones because I don't even know the answer to some of these things. Let me just ask y'all. We're most likely going to need a poll with some options, right? Because what in the world are these questions, guys? Oh, this one's a good one. This one's a good one. I'm making a poll. Okay. What's the answer for this one? What's the answer? Who else we got? What's another one? Okay. Okay. So that's the answer choices. Who was the first rapper to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show? What do you guys think? Who was the first rapper to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show? Do you think it was Nicki Minaj? Do you think it was Nelly? Or do you think it was Kendrick Lamar? What do you guys think? Who was the first rapper to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show? You don't know? Just let's choose an answer and just lock one in. Make an educated guess, right? Right? Lock in your answers. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let us end the poll. Let's end the poll. Lock in your answers. And the correct answer is Nelly. So 56% of y'all got it right. I will admit, I've never heard a Nelly song to my knowledge. So I'm going to have to go and listen to one of her songs, right? Because I'm like, okay, shout out to you. You're the first female to do that. But I've never heard one of your songs to my knowledge. So I'm definitely going to check out that artist. What's your favorite song by that artist for the 56% of y'all who voted? Or was that just like an educated guess y'all made? But let me see what you guys were saying. Okay, V got it right in the chat. Okay. Drake said, this is probably before my time. Claudia said, Kendrick just performed this year, so eliminate. Oh, your process of elimination. Very good, very good. Somebody said they made an educated guess and they thought my mom was the first rapper to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. You think I would be here in this room right now if my mom performed at the Super Bowl halftime show? This stream will be happening on a beach. This stream will be happening on a private plane or something, right? So thank you so much for your confidence in my mom that she's a very successful rapper, but this stream will be happening on a beach with some coconut water right now. So no. What are we saying? Drake said, oh man, maybe it was St. Louis Rams Super Bowl. Now I realize how famous Nelly actually is. Oh, okay, so I've heard that song. Like, it's getting hot in here. I know the beat. I don't know the words. I just know that part. But okay, so I'll definitely look into that song. Let me take a screenshot of that one. Okay, so let's see another one. I need some new questions. These questions are so, I don't say bad. Do you guys want to stay in rap or do you want to move to a different topic? I don't like, it's not what I like. It's what you guys want. But these rap questions, even I don't know the answer to some of these. Let's ask some criminal justice before we move on. Let's ask some criminal justice questions, and then we'll move on. We'll probably come back to rap. I feel like if I ask you some questions, it might be a little too specific and hard, so I'm going to do some research for it. Okay. Drake said, I'm still going to stay on stream. We're still going to have the trivia. I'm just looking for some new trivia questions for y'all. Yeah. What does FBI stand for? Very quickly, just some warm-up criminal justice questions. What does FBI stand for, guys? What do you guys think it stands for? Drake said, how didn't I know I'm watching that Super Bowl performance tonight? Really? Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to look on the internet, too, and see if I can find it as well. Okay. Federal Bureau if investigation. Okay. Federal Bureau investigation. Very nice. Okay. So shout out to Kat. Shout out to Drake. Y'all got that right. You just missing the of, but you got it right. Now let's move on to a little bit more specific. Let me ask you guys the question first, and if I feel like the chat is falling short with not making any guesses, I'll put some options in the comment for y'all. But Sirius said feminine, beautiful, and inspirational. Hey, if FBI stood for that, at least in the criminal justice system, perhaps things would have been a lot more transparent for sure in the criminal justice system, Syria. But what else we got? So what's the highest court in the United States? What is the highest court in the United States, guys? What do you guys think? What's the highest court in the United States? Do you think it's like the appellate court? We got the Supreme Court. We got the state court. What are we thinking? Okay. So shout out to Love Positive. Shout out to Drake. Shout out to Kat. Shout out to Y5M. Y'all got this one. So I want to bring it more so for the criminal justice that I speak about often, because I feel like I speak about it a lot. Y'all those should be pretty straightforward. But let's see. I spoke about this one a little bit.